Yeah.
Yeah, so Felicia was up watching the repost, watching the
Mm-hmm.
rebroadcast,
That's all her
co-
comment.
commenting in real time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then so Nick she said something about some shit
That
that Nick had said. The sick
that Sigma
right.
male. That's when he started posting the Sigma male as opposed to the Alpha male. And that's when you started talking about that. Do you really know what that mean? And then you gave him the breakdown. And yeah, I caught it all. I was dying laughing. I was like, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
but
But look, this is what me and this nigga do every day.
yeah.
Every day. This is what we do.
Right,
And I'm
right.
like, and they for because that was the part where he said in those days it was the fraternity part or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So if
Mhm.
they associate with people, because you have to you have to really think that that part was like whether you was a Freemason, whatever, or your status in the thing that you was you know with the alphabet on that part, alpha whatever, and it's like that's the one part that kind of I wouldn't say the political thing, but New Roads. If you go to the church, you see everybody. You go to the school, you see everybody. You go to
Right.
Lavitude, that's what's the meeting spot. So whatever came in between that was highly principal as a young man, you know, that's what it actually stuck with me. It's a true story. So he had to
Okay.
clarify all that to me, and I'm like, thank for the lesson, Frankie Frank. We live at 5,
Hey,
baby.
All right, you guys. We've been pre-rolling like a big dog. We are live at 5 from Piranha Pond. I am your illustrious host, Kingfish Mac, joined as usual every day by the Piranhas in the pond. To the right of me, my guy, my brother from another mother, Mr. Nick Nass. What's happening with you, baby
Hey,
boy?
hey. Oh man, just relaxing, man. Still up late night conversation. I think we need to do the after pond after dark because it was some stimulating conversations,
Yeah,
educational.
we should have jumped on and shit, right?
the the saga continues. Woo!
Uh,
yeah,
underneath me,
I don't
but
appreciate
always
being left
beside
out here.
me, is my guy, my brother, Mr. Non-Flyer. How you doing today, brother?
What it do, y'all? What it do? I am all types of chilling, baby. All types of chilling.
Glad to see you made it. Got your headlight situation situated. I love
Yeah,
to
they
see you
all in
shining
there.
brightly in these dark nights.
Shine bright
Oh.
like a diamond.
You
Shine bright
feel
like a
me?
brand new set. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And man, you guys know what it is, man. It's only one person in the pond that lights it up, shines it up. It's my girl Nick Mo. How you doing, sweetie?
Hey y'all, what's up, fellas? In
Hey,
here, took my last exams today, so I've been on the computer since 10 this
Congrats,
morning.
congrats.
You feel,
Got off
you
30
feel like
minutes ago,
you
so
feel
I
like you
finished
slayed
my
it?
exam. So all I have to do now is take my finals in my free class, which are due Monday, and I'll probably take tomorrow just to kind of breathe and just maybe just read, and then Friday get right back on it.
That's right. That's
okay.
right. That's
Trying
right.
to finish strong in the end.
That's right.
Education never stops.
Man,
Life
it's rough
lesson.
for me. It's rough out here when you ain't been back to school in over 25 years. But hey, I'm
Well,
trying to get it.
I want you to know that I'm super super proud of you.
Oh, thank
I put a
you.
I, I put a whole effort into getting another degree a couple of years ago. I'm 4 classes short. Ran out of financial aid. Was cussing at the government and some more shit. But yeah, I got 4 classes to go to get a business degree.
See,
Um,
that's what we trying to
so
do. We
yeah, so like I say, I
trying to
feel
get
you. I
it.
feel you, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank
So
y'all
proud
so
of you.
much.
And I know it
That's why I'll
takes
be like, I'm running
more than
late,
people
or
think.
I'm not responding too much on the topics. I just be like, I know y'all got it. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in anyway. However it go, I'm gonna be there. You know me, ain't nothing to stop me.
Yeah, she been taking classes in pimping. She can't fool me.
Put the
she
pimp
been
pimpology.
she She been on some. She been exercising some managerial options around this bad boy.
Right. Hey,
and
all I'm
mixology.
saying is that we're going to agree to go with that. You need a business plan.
And mixology. Don't forget that, y'all. If y'all ever
And
in
mixology. I'm your
and,
favorite bartender. Oh, and all
yeah,
those who are watching this live too, I'm probably gonna be selling some pouches of Texas tea or some little
You be serving him
containers
drinks?
coming up. So I'm gonna let y'all know about it. So if y'all in the area and y'all wanna get at it, get at me. That's
You don't
fine.
even
I'll
got.
probably put something
You
like
don't
that.
even got to
I'll
be
have
in
a
the
whole
area
lot
because
more
we.
time next week. In the summertime gonna be hot. Seems like there's a big demand for it, so I probably start putting out some. I probably start pushing out some deep profit.
like if I
Right,
could drink again,
and
I need some hurricane, some traditional slurricane hurricane.
No, I
That's a
got you. I got
oh
you.
yeah,
I
that's what I'm
got
talking about.
you always can shoot that shit through the mail too. So don't limit yourself to just local. You know what I'm saying? Get you some California sales too.
Oh yeah.
you. Let's see how I can get
Um,
delivery to y'all.
I'm gonna call it Nick Quake. Nick Quake. You know what I'm saying? You about to shake up everything, huh? Get the
Wait, what
power,
Right.
happened?
shake it
I
up.
want some earthquakes.
well,
I like
Yeah, some Nick
earthquakes.
Quakes.
speaking of Nick Quakes, we had 6.2 in the middle of the night here in California.
What?
Did y'all
Nick
really
was
on the
up
Richter scale?
shaking. No, I'm talking about your boy. I'm talking about
Oh
your
yeah,
boy
yeah,
up
yeah, yeah,
there.
no,
He
yeah,
was
yeah,
calling,
yeah. He
shaking
was
up
a
the
whole
whole man. He was shaking the whole everything up in the middle of the night.
taking the whole chat.
Yeah. I said, oh yeah. I said it's on my mind. I said it's been on my
Then when
mind, and
I
it's like,
finally did get to a medium to where I was kind of sleepy, I had to put it on mute for a second. That's about it. But other than that,
yeah,
I was laughing the whole time.
dude.
Neither
But
one
you
of
know
us,
what?
neither one of us wasn't tripping that we was in the group chat, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We was just busting off
Just
texts
going
to each
off. I
other.
was just like, oh no, they don't even
Hey,
realize it's all my time.
I
Like,
slept
Finally,
through
this
that
nigga
earthquake.
called me.
I slept through
I
that
was like,
earthquake
Finally,
like
this
I
hey.
did
nigga
most
called
of
me
them.
about 4:30 and shit.
I said, hey. Cause I think we disturbing everybody. It's like, I was like,
Right. I'm
hey,
looking.
mm,
I
it's a
said,
group chat. I'm
damn,
like,
nigga, we in the
see?
group chat. I said, shit, well, Frank probably getting up right now.
Nigga, I slept through that earthquake like I did every other one, nigga.
So
you might
speaking
have to
of
go back.
that, right? So speaking of that subject, and it kind of links into, my most
Ooh.
favorite piranha, prettiest girl in the pond, was going in yesterday. She was feeling herself, and so I didn't want to cut her off. I really wanted her to get her shit off, but we was on a different subject. So we said, hey, what the hell? We're gonna put it up today. So today the topic is boom, boom, boom. What exactly is a high value man or woman? Now, we all know that what's been going on in the black stratosphere, the black manosphere, and everywhere else on social media. It's my boy Kevin Samuels blew up off of a solo Twitter post that went super viral simply because of, in my opinion, not what he was saying, but the way that he was saying. So,
Mhm.
um, what we ended up doing is we blew him up from 21,000 subscribers to 500,000 or some shit like that. A couple of 100,000 views every video. And what we also did is we put into the black romance lexicon, black relationship lexicon, these new terms, not so new, but new for us. So what we have is the high value man, the high value woman, and the alpha and the beta, generally males. What exactly is a high value man or woman? Are you that? How do you respond to that? And to kick things off, Nick Mo, how you feel about Kevin Samuels?
The
Right on
honest
it.
truth.
Right
So
on them. Get on them.
this is my issue with him. His delivery is fucked off for me. You know, it's not even so much about what he's saying, but again, with me, it's not what you say, it's how you present it. Um, I've caught a couple of his posts to where there was a couple of young ladies on there, and I felt like he went in such a way to where, like if I keep, it's just got to be a better way. Everybody is going through something. It's hard out here, and no matter what your situation is, jumping back dating game is never really easy. But to have somebody in such an intrusive way tells you that. I mean, I heard him tell it to one chick, and she was a decent looking chick. She only had one kid. Like it, I didn't feel like her circumstance was really that bad at all. But I felt like if you had low self esteem after you finish your call with him, you only gonna be good for a straight blade and burden.
Hmm.
So, and maybe men like the more blunt, harsher approach to it. Maybe y'all good with that and stuff like that. But as a female, he can't tell me shit. He can't tell me how to do shit. And again, I don't just follow him. Though the women that actually stay on the line and let him talk to them like he wasn't shit. Again, you just gotta be better than that, because at some point you gotta know when to walk away. I'm gonna go ahead and put him right up there with toxic, because and the reason why, because he very
Hey.
well may be telling the truth in some situations, but again, when you talk to me crazy, I don't hear nothing you saying.
So let me push back. Let me push back a little bit, right, on
Mhm.
something that you just said, right? So, um, like what we got up on the screen, right, is various people's responses to the Kevin Samuels phenomena, right? And what I'm generally seeing is, um, a bunch of responses to either how he delivered a particular point or outright criticisms of him specifically in his personal shit, what he looks like, what has he done, this, that, and the third. But let me
And let
say
me be
this.
clear
Well, let me
about
say this. Let me say
it.
this. Let me
Yeah.
say this. So, what I think, right, because I kind of follow the phenomenon, right? I think that we birthed Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels wasn't this blunt, abrupt, offensive black man telling black women um, that they fucked up prior to him going viral. What actually made him go viral, it's really a trip, right? It's kind of, to me, it's like the same underlying foundational shit as the Colin Kaepernick shit. Colin Kaepernick did a particular thing, took a knee to protest police violence. They turned it into he was going against the military and disrespecting the flag. No matter what he said, right? That's what it was in the minds of people that wanted to believe that. And so I kind of look at this in the same way. He actually didn't get at the one chick crooked. He asked her, how do you rate yourself? With Beyonce being a 10, how do you rate yourself? And she hemmed and hawed about what, because she wanted to say 10. But who the fuck's going to say 10 when Beyonce is the bar? So when she said 5.5, 6, what he said was exactly what is true in terms of the math. So what you're saying is that your average is best. And that's what went viral. Who the fuck is he to tell her that she's average at best? Well, actually, she said she was average at best. He simply clarified it. But in the space, what happened was he took advantage of that. You
Mhm.
think that I'm this harsh, fucking unwaveringly disrespectfully blunt motherfucker and telling you what men are feeling and how we feel. Well, let me be that. because it seems to be what feeds the audience. And he's done a damn good job at it.
Yep, you guys made that man.
But go ahead,
So
though,
let
Sean.
me be clear that in my eyes, because I want to say this in such a way that it's not going to be disrespectful, but in my eyes, there ain't no high value man. If you're going to be the man in my life, then I'm going to respect you. You're going to respect me. I don't give a shit if you make 6 figures and I make 4. I'm not labeling you like that. And you don't have to label me like that to be with me. And that may just be my personal convictions in reference to it. But to me, I'm not gonna give you that label in such a way to like I'm bringing myself down to 0 to bring you all the way up. Why can't we just meet in the middle no matter what it is? I don't give a shit if you're making 10 figures, you're interested in me for some reason. So I'm not, it's the terminology of it. Because I don't have to be labeled no high value woman. And I don't, and it's not to take the way that, that we got values or anything like that. But I just, that whole terminology just, I don't understand what that's doing for 2 people in a relationship.
I think you feel that way because you inherently know that the way that we so basically what we're doing is we're grabbing a term out of the air, right? And we're assigning it to a set of conditions that
right.
you either are going to agree with or you're going to vehemently disagree with. Here's the thing about it, right? And this is what me and Nick were talking about yesterday, right when you came in, right? Mm-hmm. What I was saying is that the high value woman / high value man, that value assessment is placed on a person based upon the person who's placing the values view of themselves. So if I make $100,000 a year, then a high value woman is in what we were talking about. The high value woman is going to be the woman that makes $1 million, right? Mm-hmm. Basically what it was is that we were flipping it back and forth because it's really about the man, right? The conversation in today's, in our community is really about the man. It's about the high value man, quote unquote. And that high value man is supposed to be, earning 6 figures, unmarried, no children, looking to be married, upwardly mobile, all of these things that are financially kind of connected. But here, let me show you something. This is funny as fuck to me. So I looked this up last night. So here's the 20 traits of a high value man.
Oh, they got
traits.
Just a high value man. So I'm gonna run through them right quick, right? So he commits himself to others. He loves putting forth effort for a woman. He makes plans and follows through. He calls and doesn't rely solely on text. He's a great conversationalist. He dresses and grooms himself impeccably. He smiles a lot and is a positive person. He doesn't chase, he attracts. He understands a woman of value and can choose. No, he understands that a woman of value can choose. His car and his house is tidy. He's fun. He's clear on his intentions. He communicates clearly and effectively and makes his standards known. He's well-mannered. He knows how to seduce a woman. He locks down the next date before the current one ends. He's in touch throughout the day. When having cocktails, he'll get the girl some water. He shows the right amount of public displays of affection. And 20, he seeks to understand women and doesn't bail at the first sign of emotion. Now, my question, right, is viewing that list of 20 characteristics, I didn't see one of them that had fuck to do with you earning 6 figures.
Right. There we go.
So the conversation to me is skewed from the beginning. Right? Mm-hmm. We are saying, oh yeah, well, you think you're a high value. I think I'm a high value man. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pump that shit till the day I fucking die. You know why? Because I work hard at being that. Mm-hmm. Not because I'm no flossy balling ass nigga, jumping out the bins and got a house in 3 different states and can float your ass out and all that. But no, because I do all of those 20 things that I just listed. And don't none of them require no dollars.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Period.
And I think that that's where we kind of get lost in the conversation, especially between black women and black women who legitimately are seeking to, you know, build relationships and, you know, and build a life together and shit, right? We're kind of concentrating on the wrong shit. It's like we having two different conversations. So
Right.
what I would say about the Kevin Samuels shit is, since he blew up, a lot of the shit that he says is backed by statistical data. Like, you literally, this is a nigga, right? And I ain't big up in this nigga or nothing, right? Because everybody is who they is, right? I think I'm just as fly. But this nigga is really about his business. This, you know, as a businessman, I recognize somebody that comes to the table prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And because he is consistently confronted online with a variety of black women who come to the table, to the debate table, armed with emotion and no fucking statistics, facts, logical conclusions, none of that shit, and is willing to battle him, you guys are not even in the same fucking fight. And that's why we kind of battling right now. That's why we're not seeing eye to eye. That's why you got a multitude of sisters on there talking about Kevin Samuels. Who the fuck is he to tell me what the fuck I did? Well, my question is, what is he saying? If you remove Kevin Samuels from it and you made it Kingfish Mac telling you the same shit, but I'm telling you while kissing you on the back of the neck in the floweriest language that I can possibly find. What is the fucking difference? Either you're going to get the point or you're not. And if you don't believe it,
firm on my point, like I said, it's his delivery for me. I can't get past the delivery. Now, again, I got triggers and you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to make me feel like that. And again, I say make people, I already said that, people that make me feel like I'm not doing my personal best, which I felt like he came at people like that a couple of times, then you got to stay away from them people. I personally know I wouldn't be calling into the show. That's my personal opinion on it. I already know that. I already know how I would feel. I'm not going to put myself in that position, and I'm good on that. The next person could call in all they want. That's them. I ain't tripping on them. I just know that his delivery is not for me.
Yeah, and that's totally understandable, because if a woman had a show and the parameters were, we believe that, you know, a worthy man to be chased in a relationship is, you know, a professional guy, you know, with room for, you know, promotion in his job,
like
room for promotion in his job. And
the list makes sense, but how he come at it, you wouldn't even want to hear that word, because he put such a bad annotation on it and in your mouth. You wouldn't even want to hear it. But you breaking down the list, like you said, it had nothing to do with monetary value at all. But but you can't see that. But with him, you can't see the forest and the trees.
So what I was saying is that if there was a woman who had a show, and on that show, right, it had been established that the parameters for a good man was a bunch of shit that I'm not going to call the show and argue with this woman about her. She needs to accept my perception of what a good man is for her. I'm not going to do that, right? Because I know that I'm subject to get clowned. Quite matter of factly, if I come on a woman's show, let's say if I came on whatever them girl show is that Joe Budden does, right? See, the thing is, now these are, you know, are all progressive, professional black women, successful in their own lanes. And I come in this motherfucker ex-drug dealer, still trying to fucking work it out, this, that, and the third, no retirement plan, damn near old as dirt, and some more shit, and trying to talk that shit like I'm worthy of their fucking time and effort. I'm gonna get clowned. Not only am I gonna get clowned, but every black woman who watches that show is gonna say, what the fuck did this nigga think coming on the fucking show? So I kind of look at it the same way. A lot of these women that go on the Kevin Samuels show know what this nigga is gonna ask them. You know what your answer is gonna be. I've seen chicks that go on, and one chick, she was out of focus, right? Half her face was in the camera, the other half was above the frame. And he said, hold your camera back a little bit, sweetheart. And she says, oh, I ain't a size 4. Well, hold up. I wasn't even asking you that. but you already prepared for that smoke, right?
Good.
I wouldn't even go on there. I wouldn't even go on there, especially not to go on there and then to try to run this nigga down about whatever he's doing. Because guess what? It's chicks. The vast majority of the chicks that interact with Kevin Samuels leave that interaction on some I see what you're saying shit.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of how harsh he was. So I understand that it might not be for everybody, but for those that it's not for, stay the fuck away.
Right. I personally agree with that.
So then the thing is, right, how I see it, this a little bit of information that I gathered through the last 24 hours, right, that I think it's all entertainment purposes myself, right, because this is the thing. So he actually portraying, although it might be facts, because just like Max said, he just revealed the 20 traits of it, and it didn't say any money, right? So you put yourself in the box by saying that now it's the reverse thing. I'm allowing myself because I feel like whatever the value is of it, I have paid my way to actually express these things to you in this, you know what I'm saying, in this hating grammar or whatever, or how it is, because men been, or just us as humans, right, has been subjected to this language. You know, you come in the house, what you do? Oh, with the lights off or whatever. But it's two people that's making it, coming together and making it happen, right? But people don't realize in real life situations that high value could be gone tomorrow. The power could go out. You can't swipe that card. You can't hop in that car. You can't go to the gas station. So what purpose does it serve you, right? If we don't communicate and actually get into this thing about what is the purpose behind us, the great separation, right? Or this or the communicable kind of way, then I think we all still failing. So whatever he says, it don't work out in my household.
Right, exactly.
It don't work out in my scenario.
Even on a go ahead, Nick.
And on that level, if you don't actually read between the lines, right? It's like, okay, now I have worked my way up to value to take these on, and I could talk like I want because, okay, well, I did the research and learned. I had the facts. Why are you still mad? Why are we still bickering? You know what I'm saying? What it is, the simple is, if we lower our tone and have the human experience, right, that we probably all could get somewhere. But it's just the entertainment value, and actually go up and still fly into it, because you only have to tell me 1 or 2 times. You have to give me example 1 or 2 times. It's like getting a lesson. I could go under a tree. We can have this conversation and learn a whole lot and cross-reference if we had the time to actually get to this point where we at right now. That people wake up. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It don't take one man to lead. This like this, oh, you woke now. But it's fake woke, but are we woke? But are we still alive? Because now this is the number one thing, right? I have to have a life to make a living. If I don't have a life, I can't make a living. So what is that?
And see that kind of goes along with, you know, my whole disagreement with the way that we use the term high value man or high value woman is that we equate it with, you know, all things economic, and we put not even a ceiling, we put a floor on it, right? So we say the 6-figure male, the 6-figure woman, right? The thing about it, right, is, you know, I'm a nigga from Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know a whole lot of people that make more than $100,000 a year. Feel what I'm saying? And so in my area, especially where I live now, and then, you know, where, you know, people that I frequent, none of us are on that level. So does that mean that none of us have any value? Feel what I'm saying? So I reject the entire idea in terms of
the value.
Right. I reject the idea of considering me high value based upon my economic potential.
I just
It could be
think
Well,
going
that
to
his
tomorrow.
point,
my
it's
economic
not his
potential,
point, bro.
is always
Right.
at 10,000. Right now, my economic productivity at the time might be 30,000 a year. Does that mean that I'm not high value? I cook, clean. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my woman. I'm attentive. You know what I'm saying? I
Hella
ain't
smart,
abusive,
nigga.
and you feel what I'm
Right.
saying? I always got a fucking plan for us to be doing something better. None of that holds any value. I think all of that shit is high value quality.
Oh yeah, and see, and that's the thing, right? People get away from common sense. Common sense don't exist no more, right? We seeing people with all this didn't exist raise 13, 14 kids. They didn't have the economical impact that we got right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they
Exactly.
made the shit happen. You went in the backyard. Oh, that look like green onion. Go get those eggs out of there. They hardly went to the store. You know, you went to the store for to get some school clothes, and that's if you didn't have to work for it. Cause they said, "What you doing for the summer?" Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh, wait, no, you gonna work to get these school clothes. That's the first thing when I moved to Inglewood. My grandpa said, "Well, how you gonna get your school clothes
Get
this
your
year?" Oh,
ass
my
on that
mama.
fucking roof.
He was like,
Niggas is
"Oh,
Get
mowing
He
this
said,
your
"Oh
is
my
ass on
yeah."
that
mama."
roof,
hanging
He
nigga.
out,
said, "Oh my
hanging out
mama."
Oh
on the
no,
roof,
your
hanging
mama,
out on the
your
roof,
mama.
nigga, with my uncles, nigga.
Get your
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
we
ass
had to
on
mama
go
gonna
that
get
do
it.
roof,
what?
nigga.
We had to go
Yeah,
get
your
it,
mom gonna do
nigga.
what?
We had
Yeah,
to go
oh
get
my
it.
mama.
Did she? Yeah, you
And I
look.
guarantee you, my son gonna go get it too.
He said you no longer need to be in tow, right? You don't need to follow behind nobody. You know what I'm saying? If you got two hands, 2 feet, a mouth, right?
What he
You know how to
said
cook
that
and clean.
you no
He
longer
said,
need to be in tow.
"There you go." And I was
Right.
like, "Whoa!" But that was the building blocks of whatever. Because
Boy,
my
to the
ideal, look, my ideal of it is like all the representation I have from men and women was at a value where it taught me in life, and you can't put no value on that. You know what I'm saying? It's your attributes that you get from your upbringing. And yeah, it might have been separated homes, this, that, all kind of other scenarios, right? But we all separated if we don't get on the same accord and say it's value inside of us. You know what I'm saying? Can you motivate me? I know I could get this $1 million. We done touched millions, lost millions 3 or 4 times. We had 5 different lives, right? That we can explain to where it was at. But if you're not with me to unlock the $1 million or $1 trillion or $1 million idea and put it to use, if you don't have that conversation, it's like, okay, you okay today? I'm gonna give you everything that you need, not everything that you want. So what I need is a person that said, okay, well, we doing what we doing, and it's okay. If it get a little better, it's all right. If it don't, I'm cool. I remember having $50 in my pocket and had the greatest time in my life. I didn't
Hey,
take no rubber
I add
band off of
value.
no saying.
I add value to any situation I'm in. Period. Point blank. Whatever I
Yeah,
walk into, that much more valuable.
yeah.
no
Saying,
cap.
Because you remember K Max said a couple of weeks ago, right? He said, "Where do you where where do you consider home?" I say inside of me, right? Like really, my inner peace is non-negotiable, right? And whoever's in my life, I'm gonna make the best of it because all we have is one life, right? You know what I'm saying? But our spiritual side of everything, the uplifting of each other, and say, you know what? It don't matter what's your where you fit at in your peer group, right? Oh, you want to go back to school? Go ahead on. You think you're gonna miss out, just like you said yesterday, Shell? If I get in a position where I gotta go here and do this, you know what I'm saying, somewhere up to another state or whatever, do you have the communication? Do you have the common sense to understand all the things that come with it? It don't have to be a separation. It's an understanding. And then we can move further. But if you don't give me a chance to even understand me and let me figure out who I am, because I came to you already built. What's in my
I, I,
nature?
I,
What do I
I
what do I
also,
possess?
I also believe that all those around me who I hold dear hold high value to me
There you go.
for one reason or another. Those are high value people to me.
Mhm.
They could be
Yeah.
making $2 a year. I wouldn't give a damn. They hold value to me.
Yeah. That's like us all gathering around, uh, coming out the driveway. We all got lawnmowers. We got this. We got that. We all our lawns are screened, right? But Billy's lawn is looking a little bit kind of dry, right? Because he's been chasing that money, right? So he
Mhm.
neglects the simple things in life, not the finer things in life, because the finer things is cool. You got a big 5-bedroom house that's empty, but you try to invite people. I made it comfortable for everybody. But if your value don't lie inside of you, it's fictitious, right? It's false dreams and broken promises. I promise in the next year I get this, and you might lose a thumb or a toe, right? And it's like, well, what the hell happened to him? You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, right? And who's there when you at that part, right? The people like us that's confidants, not just friends and family, right? The people that really
High
believe in
value
this, like
people. Okay. My
there
high
you go.
value people.
Well, we look,
Okay.
but like we said a couple of years ago, Frank, right? It's the champion mindset people. The ignorant self fall to the side. The ones that don't believe will fall to the wayside, right? But we could believe we could get better without all the language. Shell, you made that a perfect point the other day, right?
So,
Why do I
so
feel I put my all into it and I don't feel valuable and I still have value myself? You just increase my value right there in the thoughts. Yeah.
So, in terms of that, in terms of all of us, are truly convinced that we all have extremely high value in the lives of the people that are around us. Oh, there go your boy.
Oh yeah.
What up, Rondell?
Delos.
So we all. Oh shit, we lost Frank.
He'll be
So
back.
we all consider ourselves to be of high value. So my question is, in terms of your value, are you an alpha, sigma, or are you a beta?
You brought that one up, right? So from 3:00 this morning.
From 3:00
So
this morning, brother.
So the thing is, right? So coming to the full terms of, me saying, it's like, yeah, we possess everything, whatever that you want to try to put a title on it, right?
Walmart, don't fail me now.
Yeah.
I mean, but let's just break it down though, because I think from what I understood from what I was reading this morning, that we said that alphas run the pack as opposed to a sigma male.
They
Walmart
both the
ain't
same.
fucking with me.
He is doing his own thing. He's actually living away from the pack, away from the norm, just to do his own thing, his own eco-social thing.
So they define. This is really a trip for me, right? Because what we were into in the middle of the night for the audience is Nick Nass and I were in a conversation of alpha male versus beta male versus sigma males and what each particular thing kind of denotes. And my thing about it is that I know where the shit came from, right?
Right.
I know, and I don't have a whole lot of agreements with the person who designed this hierarchy. But
right.
be that as it may, the alpha. Well, here I'll just read it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
I
alpha.
Still got it pulled up from last night. Yeah.
See,
so
that's
alpha,
a conversation.
The most common. Okay, so here it says alphas, the most common and most desired man. He's the leader of the pack, the most beautiful, high intelligent, high confident, and athletic. They're typically working high-paying jobs on the heads of companies due to their dominant personalities. Are usually seen as the head of social gatherings and love being the center of attention or attracting attention so highly that they become the center. Alphas are also the ones who get the most female attention due to their genes and traits being the most desired in men. Alphas are well liked by almost everybody and have easy charm and swagger about their presence. Women are drawn to their charisma and presence and enjoy being social and having lots of people around. They are natural leaders. The beta, on the other hand, the second most common known personality. Betas are commonly referred to as manginas and women worshipers.
Oh, stop. Oh my goodness.
Hey, this is
I didn't see that part.
They believe in putting women on a pedestal and treating them like queens, something that the alphas typically disagree with. They typically avoid risk and play safe due to fear of consequences, like not getting the nana. They would rather work in an alpha's law firm than create their own. An unremarkable, careful man who avoids risk and confrontation. Beta males lack the physical presence, charisma, and confidence of the alpha male. Problem is that betas aren't women worshipers. Okay. And then the Sigma. Sigma is the true manipulative mastermind. He's a spider waiting to lay a trap. The Sigma possesses a cunning, intuitive mind and can sway people to their will. They don't have the casual swagger of the Alpha or the Omega, but they do have a clever presence about themselves and tend to be both wary, and people tend to be both wary and respect them for that. So that's that fear me before you love me shit. Fear me before you respect me. They can often be even more powerful than the Alpha or the Omega male in social situations due to their ability to persuade and manipulate them. The Sigmas are neither a follower or a leader, but rather a wild card. They are the outsider who doesn't play the social game and manages to win at it anyhow. So the way I described the Sigma early this morning was that he's like the lone wolf. You know, Sigma has all the same characteristics as the Alpha, able to take care of shit, put shit together, you know what I'm saying, take care of himself, but he don't give a fuck about the herd, right? The herd can die. He don't care about the rules. You know what I'm saying? None of that
He's
shit.
doing his own thing.
The Alpha is the nigga that believes that the herd is all important and it's his job to make sure that the herd stays together, that the herd is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And part of that is that swagger that you motherfuckers know I'm the nigga. So let me be
because he got the harem. So he got to make sure he got to make sure his harem is okay. That makes totally sense.
You got that.
Well, yeah, you got to make sure it's all good. You know
So
and
the
everybody,
thing is,
the harem,
you know, and that came from me, like you said, I'm nostalgic. So that's something I heard that I was like, oh yeah, one day I'll be a Sigma male. So I was like, okay, that embodied that whole thing. But come to K-Max clarification on it, you know, and actually, you know, educate me on it. It's a good thing. So I'm not going to speak out of turn no more when it actually don't really apply to me. But
no, nigga, you say what you want to say because we know what you mean. The only thing that I would say,
well,
is
just
that,
so that you know what you
right.
Yeah, because I didn't know, so that's why.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't know, so yeah.
I did not want. You know, we got people who listen that are in the psych field and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't want somebody who actually knows the definition of those terms to be thinking that, you know, we are motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about, you know,
what we say,
community and our because we all family oriented, all of us. We all family oriented and dominant as a motherfucker, right? Mm-hmm. Like, don't worry. We all don't worry about it. I got it, nigga.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All of us. And you too, Chef.
Oh, I know I am.
Don't even trip.
Yeah. You know,
and it'll do it most time before we fuck around and, you know, we sacrifice a lot of little shit for ourselves to make sure the greater good is good.
Exactly.
Yeah. But and that's the thing when I said relationship that start from the mud, not trifling, right? But to start with a good thing under your feet. It might be slippery in the beginning, right? But we actually build a foundation, and that's what it is. This what we're doing right now is valuable to us as growing as one unit, right? And if people don't get on that same accord, because we don't need no great separation, because all it's doing is keep on carrying over generations and generations, right? Because look, the shoe's gonna wear out before your feet do. Just like I told Mac a while ago, I said we jumped off the front porch, not with flip-flops, but with running shoes, Converse. You know what I'm saying? Some canvas, some protection, right? Not even talk about who walked in those shoes before us, right? And so the thing, if we don't let it be known and not be ignorant and stay ignorant to these facts, or let, like Mac just said, let words trigger us, and we don't get past that as getting into the wisdom stage, right? That we can make it a lot further, because you know what? When that feeling happened to you, when that moment said, you ain't, and whatever comes after that, you only feel that, what we call hurt, but it's the disappointment at the time, because that's not how it was intended, right? As soon as we hear that, we go into this thing of protective. a fight. You know, put your dukes up, right?
Defense, nigga, defense.
You know what I'm saying? But I always say you can't catch this fade because I'm unfadeable, right? Because if anything, I could walk away from you and don't say and reply to you, so you don't have no fuel to the fire. I don't have no kindling in my back pocket where you can set my ass on fire. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I walk with the power of all the other things that are great that's been instilled in me by my ancestors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for that, if people not willing to give it up because they think it's gonna hurt you because they feel like they was weak. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is,
We
but the
work.
thing is, go
We
ahead.
walk with the power of the people. God damn it.
That's the whole thing, and that right there has to be the forefront of our life right now. You know, because we all been rebirthed in this journey that we've been on, right? Who's to define that? Who do we have to explain it to? Either you with me or you against me. You know, this I could take this quote from somebody. It's like, why should we go to the problem for the solution? We'll never get the solution from a problem. You know what I'm saying? So if the problem is this, like I said, this hating grammar and putting people down, how we are actually teaching the people that's around us to pick up on that. So I'm gonna get that energy. You know what I'm saying? So right there. So if I've been inquisitive for the last couple of weeks, this high value shit. I'm like, you can't see the value in me when I show up.
Right.
You see what I'm all about?
So in
That's
terms of that, right? What seems to be the conversation in, we're just gonna call it the progressive Black social conversation, social media, right?
Why'd you say that?
Twitter, various podcasts like this. There seems to be a social divide between men right now, and we'll just say Black men, especially Black men right now, where you have the quote unquote alphas who are having a growingly larger platform to, shout out what they feel, or seem to be taking more of a stand, quote unquote, in terms of what it is that Black men require, not just desire, but require in a partner, right? And the fact that I'm speaking from the term of the alpha. The alpha is requiring a particular set of circumstances where the quote unquote beta male, as described by the alpha male, the self-described alpha male, is a lot more resistant to the idea of direct confrontation with the Black woman and getting our house in order. So much to the extent, right, that there's a term that's created in our social dialect, right, and that is how does it go? It's AFBB. And what that means is alpha fucks, beta bucks. So, and it's meant to describe the mentality of Black women. The underlying mentality of Black women is that when she sees the alpha, he can fuck for free. But there's a price tag attached to any emotional and physical connection that comes along with a beta. So you look to the beta in terms of financial acumen, ability to take care of the family, understanding you in, all of your various different moods, and being very, very accepting of a woman's point of view, no matter what he really believes, right? He's really just trying to be a good husband, right? And for that guy, you know what I'm saying, if he has all those things in order, then you're willing to say, okay, well, this is a nigga that I'm going to give myself to. The body, at the time, we're really just talking about sex. But this man has
that statement.
What I'm just saying that this is what's being said. I want to give you the opportunity to address it too.
I mean, it's not being said by women that I know.
The other side of it is that the alpha, when the woman sees the alpha, none of those things matter. He can be trying to get it together, or in the terms of if we're talking of an alpha man and describing him as the quote unquote high value man, that is the 6-figure nigga, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing, right? Then you look at him because he's already got his shit together, and it's not even about what he can do for you. You simply assume that you're going to fold your shit into his shit anyway. You're going to put your little bit with his lot of bit, and y'all going to be happily ever after. And you might as well go ahead on and invest the pussy right now. That is the conversation that niggas is having when describing the mentality of black women and how they look at black men. What's your response to that?
That's bullshit. First of all, I've already told you that I'm not gonna tell nobody that they high value like that, because that's not the kind of environment that I'm trying to promote. I'm not trying to. Yeah, there's a term that's gonna be levels to this, but it's not gonna be levels like that. You know, I'm just
put
not
yourself
gonna
in a
do
box.
it.
Yeah, don't put yourself in a box.
I'm not gonna, okay, I'm sorry, for lack of a better phrase. I'm not gonna put you on that pedestal like that. I feel like I can love you and care about you in a lot of ways, but I'm not gonna. I value you for a whole lot of different reasons, and like I said, it may be because the term is just being coined in such a way now. Because again, when you pulled up the 20 statistical facts, it had nothing to do with monetary values, and one could really just kind of go with that like that. That was very subtle and it was very nice and it had some points to it.
I like it.
Two, I'm at a place right now to I'm
So, but
here, let me paint a different picture.
And I'm not gonna, and I'm not gonna just, again, you could be alpha or you can be a sigma
male. Let me take
male.
it away from you.
I'm not gonna.
Let me take the focus off of you, right? And let me put the focus on me, right?
So I got one before you start. Before you start, I got one, right? Now, in that.
Well, I want to directly address what she's talking about.
Okay, go ahead. I got you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. First of all, let me say this. I'm not looking for somebody that's just going to. I'm not looking for somebody that's.
Okay, let's take it away from you. Let's take the focus off you.
To fold my two into love, because you said that, like to fold yours into theirs. But if that's what you really saying that alpha man is supposed to be about, I could only assume that it's gonna be some shit with that. See, that's what you're not saying, because when you give all those statistical facts of how they, I would only think that they're gonna come with some shit.
So what I was trying to do, right, is because I know that, when I put the focus on what is the woman's point of view, then you have to put yourself in that scenario, right? And you're clear about what you ain't going for. And I have no beef with that. I want to paint a different scenario for you, right? So again, let's take the focus off of you and let's put the focus on me. But let's put you there watching. And you're my cousin. You love me. You don't ever want to see any bullshit, you know what I'm saying, in my life, right? Not only that, I'm an attorney, right? No criminal record. Been doing my shit, for the last, 10 years. I'm, closely approaching 40 years old, on my own shit, got my own practice, you know what I'm saying? And I've been out here whoring, you know what I'm saying, for however years. But you my cousin, and you know me, and you know that I'm at the stage now where I'm really, really trying to settle down with a cool-ass black woman that's really about her business. However, you and I talk, and I tell you, look, man, I ain't just settling for, just some any old bitch because she cute with a big booty. You know what I'm saying? She got to be A, B, C, and D. And as my cousin, you like, shit, I understand that, cuz, oh, shit. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Now, I meet the cutie with the big booty. and we vibing and all this shit, and now it comes time to have the serious conversation. What I'm saying to her, in no uncertain terms, because I know I'm the shit. What I say to her is, look, man, I'm trying to fuck with you on this other level, but I need you to be A, B, and C. And right now, you're only A. So you need to work on B and C. And I'm just as direct as that, because I don't want there to be no misunderstandings. I don't want you to fucking take on no fucking waste our time by biting off something bigger than you can chew. I'm very fucking clear about what it is that I need you to bring to the table. So what you're saying to me is that woman should not sit down and listen to none of the shit that I'm talking about. I don't have the right. I'm your cousin now. I ain't just some nigga that's telling you. I'm your cousin that you love. And I got a right. Like, this girl really ain't got really shit going. But she's a cool motherfucker with some ambition. She just might not be utilizing it in the right way. Or she just might be more caught up with, being 27 right now, hanging with her homegirls, or, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck that is not conducive to being my fucking wife. You feel what I'm saying?
I personally feel like if you want to invest in her, and if you feel like that's what
I'm not talking about whether I want to invest. I'm talking about whether or not I can actually be clear and blunt with her in the conversation about what it is that I require, not desire, require. And you know why I require? Because I'm the shit.
You could have that talk.
Well, why can't the nigga that's fucking with you have that talk with you?
Because I'm just not.
Exactly. Hey, but you know what? The good thing about it, right? That she is the epitome of all the years invested in not taking for the bullshit, right? Because motherfuckers will peacock to have.
I need to let me give what I'm going to give.
No, Nick, what if it's not bullshit?
I don't like that much directness where you're going to push me against the wall and tell
what
me.
If the nigga is? What if what the nigga is talking about, Nick, to Shell is not no bullshit? And we niggas, right? No, but look, right? So let's switch it back around again, right? And we out there with her, and she fucking with her, and her dude is a cool motherfucker. He's this lawyer nigga, like I said, right? Yeah. It's a fucking upgrade from whatever we just seen her with, right? I don't know this. I'm just saying hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
So wait. So now, the nigga's talking to us. Yeah. We like him. We just ain't did what he done in the legitimate world. We done much more in the illegitimate world. Right. You know what I'm saying? We done had successes in our shit too. Right. Yeah. So we understand, and the nigga recognize who we is, so he feel comfortable telling us, hey, look, man, your cousin, man, I love her to death, man. You know what I'm saying? But she's damn near 40 and this, that, and the third, and ain't got this, ain't got that, man. I just wanted to do the best, but she don't seem to be motivated. And check this. Theoretically, we find that to be true. And we want her to be better.
Like we already
feel some kind of way about this nigga telling her,
no,
being blunt, being honest.
So
I can't find no fault with it. As a matter of fact, when you come to me and tell me, Shell, you ain't believe what this nigga said to me, I'm gonna listen for them 2 hours, and then I'm gonna say, well, what was the nigga supposed to say to you?
So but the thing is, you said it perfect yesterday, right?
I know you didn't like how he said it, but what was he supposed to say?
But that's what you said. That's what you said yesterday. So adequately, right? That's like the mom and your daddy situation, right? That it's the same thing, but that's up to them to work it out, right? But how we ask her,
I'm not saying that we would involve ourselves.
No. I'm saying that. So you actually hear what we've been talking about this whole time, right? It's how it's a gift, but how is it packaged, right? What is palatable to everybody to accept, whatever it is, because it's a more eloquent way that you can say it. You can say it organically, right? That it don't have to be as harsh, but that's what we used to hear. We unfamiliarized with the nice day. Or how about this? We unfamiliarized with the conversation. And look, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to be about it, not talk about it. Period.
I don't have a problem with us sitting down and talking about what we need and what we require. That's a very grown-up conversation. If two people could do that, then yeah, you on a whole another different level. But I'm just saying with me, don't approach me in such a way to where it's like it's so much of an ultimatum. Like, because the way I'm built, I'm
So
probably
let
gonna
me let me
tell you that
so let me tell you what a nigga
I'm
like
probably gonna
me.
tell you that I'm probably not gonna be what you want me to be, and you probably want to do something different. And even though I
I
probably
was about
could, and I did
I was
receive it,
about to say exactly that. I was
and
about to
even though
say a nigga
it's
like
probably
me hears that you're probably not gonna be able to be what I want, even though
I,
you're willing to
I'll
give it a
I'll
good
I'll
effort.
I'll tell I'll tell people that in a minute, and
My
that's
thing,
and they still came back and wanted to try again, and okay, well let's try this again, let's try this talk again, and stuff like that. It's just
Compromising.
I gave
well,
my
I'm just saying
best,
that
but I guess my best wasn't
I
good
don't feel
enough.
like to be something, you have to bring me to zero to make me feel like that.
I
I'm
think
not
I
cookie
think
cutter.
I just think that and
I'm
here's
not
where
opposed to the
here's
grown up
here's where here's
conversation.
where the big rub is. Here's where the big rub is in the black community right now, where the breakdown is between the quote unquote alpha black male and any female that desires that kind of guy, right? The breakdown is that the alpha male is very, very clear and direct. He does not feel the need. Well, actually, it's different. It's not that he doesn't feel the need. He recognizes the dangers of sugarcoating anything that he's trying to make clear to the woman that he's trying to build with. However, in black woman's, the vast majority of black women's minds, that comes off as domineering, insensitive, fucking inconsiderate. These are
Overbearing.
all these are all emotional responses to an actual event. The thing about it is, when a nigga designed and created the event, he expected it to just have a fucking reaction, not an emotional reaction. He wanted you to do something, not feel something.
Yep.
And that's where we get caught up. Because you
Yeah.
guys kind of get caught up on feeling some shit. Nigga, I don't give a damn what you trying to say, nigga. You don't talk to me like that. Why not?
Hold on, right?
Your
I'm trying to
boss
tell you
talks
something
to
though.
you like that.
Right, but I'm
Your
trying to
boss
tell you
is
something.
very, very clear. Your boss is giving you money to do a particular job. A, B, C, and D. It's in the book. It's on the wall. And occasionally this motherfucker comes and stands over your shoulder and makes sure that you know that you got to do A, B, C, and D. And you don't tell him a motherfucking thing. But the most important relationship that you have in your life, you don't want clarity. You kind of want to shoot from the hip. It's the craziest thing in the world to an alpha male. But a beta is with the business.
Yeah.
The beta is going to be like, oh, honey, I understand where you're coming from. We don't have to talk about it right now. Fuck that.
So, Matt, where
Look,
did it
let
derive from?
me last thing.
I'm just combative in life.
I always tell my kids, right? I always tell my kids, I got your fucking back. We in this
Right.
together, right? So whatever the fuck it is that you do, call me. If you out drunk, 16 years old, out at a party or whatever, and your choice is jump in the car with 3 other drunk teenagers or call your dad, call me. Now, here's the thing. Don't expect that you ain't gonna hear about it. I'm gonna be mad as a motherfucker. But guess what? I'm gonna be done being mad. And then we can get to the source of the fucking problem and figure some shit out.
Like
And
I said, I don't have a problem with
this is what black men are coming
I don't have
up
a problem
against.
with the adult
This is what black men
conversation.
are coming up against with black women, that you
It's
guys
just
won't
about-
listen to us, right? That what you guys are talking about is always much more important than the point that we're trying to make. Even in the most innocuous of relationships between black men and black women, you guys always want us to feel you. We always want you to listen to us. Just listen.
Always
Don't talk over me. Just let me get my fucking point, ingest it, and respond, right? All that, how I made you feel because I said some shit you didn't want to hear, is irrelevant. Because not at the end of the day, after you get done feeling bad about what I said, and I get through feeling apologetic about what I said, we still got to pay the motherfucking rent.
Period.
And that's the point y'all don't see. We trying to get some shit done. Y'all trying to feel good about doing some shit.
And
So
But
that's
that's
the
just
thing,
the
it, though.
difference.
That's just it. It's not that it just you can't
so
just
what?
say that it don't matter because obviously it do.
But
But
it
the thing
shouldn't.
is,
But
but
it
the
Now, well,
thing
I
is,
shouldn't
mean,
though.
says who? Says you?
Yeah.
Well,
Common
says
Well,
nature.
sensely.
Says
Well,
nature. Here,
yes,
here,
no.
here.
common
Let me tell you.
sensely.
Let me show you where we are in black relationships. Right. Let's take it back all the way to there ain't no money, none of that shit. It's black man, black woman, black family. Right. They on a fucking plot of land. Right. Ain't no fucking stores, none of this shit. What they got is land and seeds and a fucking toiler.
Some
Right?
aminos.
The man says, check this here, mommy. I'm gonna toil all these motherfucking rolls and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab these seeds and I'm gonna drop these seeds. You come behind me and I just need you to just water. Right? If you water after I drop the seeds, at the end of the fucking harvest, we gonna eat. Right now, what the black woman is saying is, nigga, I could drop seeds too. Why I gotta be the motherfucker to water? And so while I'm dropping seeds, thinking that you coming behind me watering, you dropping more seeds behind me, thinking that your seeds is just as important as my seeds, but guess what? Ain't none of us eating shit. That's where we are in the black community, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
and Matt,
I don't
where
know.
do
I
you
don't
think
agree
that
with that
started at?
either.
So where did it all start from your life journeys, right? So where did it start, and where do you think it got most misconstrued in this time, right? Because that's been a a
Hey, T-Bird.
that's one of the things, right, that I've been contemplating over these last couple of days, right? And I still trying to unpack these things because if people don't have the clarity anymore to even conversate,
My nigga Duke.
right? You know what I'm saying? And conversate with the whole
Man,
thing, right? And actually get this
man.
out. But like you said, let's take the venom off of the words, right? Because Shell, I got triggering words too, right? Frank got triggering words. Matt got triggering words, right? But
And don't get
Definitely.
me wrong. At the end of the day,
wait, wait,
I'm playing devil's advocate and stuff like that. No,
no, no,
if
no,
you
no,
got
no,
somebody that's willing to try to build with you and
no. But
and
then,
stuff like
but
that,
this is the thing
you
is, right?
should be able to hear each other out. But that's just it. Hear each other out.
No, but this is the thing, right? Because I'd rather have loyalty than you tell me you love me, right? Love only
Mm-hmm.
goes so much. It's a false narrative to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because look,
Here,
I
here.
need somebody to stick around because one day I might need my butt wiped, and it came to my real life situation. I worked myself to death, literally. A lot of people don't know that because I just
Don't get
hold
me
my shit
fucking
together, right?
started.
You know what I'm saying? But the whole
Get
thing
my ass
is,
started in this
the
bitch.
thing is, right? It's like what is the price I had to pay? But right, for me to join in union with somebody, or how we say contract, right? Mine is always gonna be consistent and thorough, right? No more, no less. I get up, hop in the shower, whatever, might wear the same clothes I had on yesterday, right? But that don't make me any different, right? But how I emotionally uh connect myself to, I don't have trauma bonds, right? Like
Right.
nowadays, everybody is continuing with these trauma bonds. They're bonded by trauma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Toxic people taking toxic people and letting them out into the world, right? So nobody they get discombobulated by there. You say what? I don't like your tone because now it's being written, not
Mm-hmm.
told, not said to, right? So I can tell you all I want to tell you over a fucking text message, right? I don't get no reverb off it. I don't get no feedback. When I get feedback, I could turn the phone off and don't have nothing happen. Or you gonna pull up. But you're not gonna come in the house. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You be like, oh, hold the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say all that to be that. Well, what
Allegedly.
you mean? Yeah,
Allegedly, right,
allegedly.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this other thing is something's out of place, right? No, we out of place with our connection. And so, Matt, I got to ask this question before we chime out of here, right? So, who came up? What do you know where it began with this alpha sigma beta thing? Where
I
it's
ain't never
came so
like that. I ain't
look,
never
I'm
like
saying so
that shit. I
prevalent,
ain't never
right?
like
Right?
that real nigga shit. Like all that shit is just some bullshit to me.
You know what
Like
I'm saying? So,
everybody hop
so
on the hottest phrase. Shit.
So the thing is, right? The thing is, did it get developed in Europe from some slave master kind of thing,
Nah,
or
hell no.
colonizing kind of
Hell
shit, or is it comes from the like for the universe? This is universal law.
No, fuck no. This motherfucking
Okay, that's
name,
what the fuck I'm talking about.
this motherfucker that called himself Vox Day. I forgot what his real name is and shit, right?
Yeah, Somebody need to allegedly make him disappear. How about that?
Allegedly whip his ass.
You know what I'm saying? Because he put a whole bunch of.
But
Look,
you know, this
it's red for
motherfucker
whip,
was,
not
he was
mayonnaise.
somebody that
You know what I'm
did,
saying?
you know, he was somebody that wrote a lot of, you know, fucking treatises and opinion fucking little pamphlets and shit on a variety of different subjects, right?
Hitler shit. That's what I'm saying.
No, he was a white supremacist, definitely.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, because that's what it sounds like. I don't know. I don't want to get kicked off the day, but allegedly, this sound like some European.
Nah, ain't no fucking allegedly. That motherfucker was that, right?
Okay, overlord kind of shit.
And to give Shell, you know, to let Shell get a kick in there, he was a misogynist. And let me just say this too, man.
I be massaging people too.
Well, look, I had a conversation with my sister, who is the executive producer, and I said that. I said, yeah, he was a misogynist, not to be confused with a chauvinist. And let me tell you, right?
I do shoulders too.
I consider there to be a very wide distinction between the misogynist and the chauvinist, right? I am most definitely old school chauvinist trying to change, right? But still got chauvinistic ways. So the difference is the misogynist is looking to he's looking to dominate a woman, right?
Oh,
and the chauvinist is looking to
it's just saying that women can't do anything better than men.
No, he's looking in his heart, he's looking to accentuate the woman. He's looking to help her. He wants to open the door, not because he doesn't think that she can open the door herself, but because he feels like she shouldn't have to. He pulls out the chair for her. You know what I'm saying? Not because he thinks that she can't, but because he's an old school motherfucker. He believes this is what men do, right? And a lot of those ideals are not in standing with 2021 sociology, right?
Oh, that's so
the chauvinist, right? The chauvinist, the womanizer, all these different words that used to have a positive connotation, they have negative connotations now, right?
Wow, how did it get switched
like
over?
Like a chauvinist, you know, was when the word came out.
I think you might need to
Republicans
go
and
over your
Democrats.
definition with chauvinist, because
that's how they got switched over.
All the chauvinists I've known and what I've always thought the definition was that a man who just felt like a woman was totally inferior to him. She couldn't do shit right. But that's not what you're saying.
No, but again, what we're doing, right? What we're doing is exactly what this conversation was about. Is the man saying, look, what I'm meaning to connote to you by these words is this. Let it be clear. And the woman saying, yeah, well, I don't think that's what you mean.
See? And you know
but
what?
wait, let me say this though. I always thought those things were genuinely gentlemanlike. Like it was like a courtesy as a man to do those things.
But they ended up taking a turn to be negative throughout the women's movement.
Oh, okay.
So started making it. So again, let me stop you before you go there. Right?
Yeah.
What a woman is going to do, right, is define what a man means.
See, King even got it in the notes. You convincing.
So what a woman is going to do. What a woman is going to do is define what a man means. So even though I'm a man saying what I mean, right? I got two women defining what I mean, even though I'm telling you what I mean, right?
Well, then you should use a different word, because
I use the word. Look, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You can't hold me. You can't hold me to that standard. It's a false standard to hold me to, because what the definition was in the, no, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. What I'm saying is the definition was in the statement. So there was no way for you to misinterpret what it is that I said, because I was very clear. I said, my definition, my difference, to me is a very distinct difference. And then I pointed that difference out. It don't matter a fuck what word I use. Are you going to argue semantics with me, or are you going to accept my definition? That's the question. It's always the question. That
all
the
I'm
women
saying is that in this instant, your words doesn't match your actions. The word you're using doesn't. It doesn't.
It does the
But
way
it
I
does.
described
It
it.
doesn't
It
Right.
go
does the
with
way I
what,
described it.
If
with
you
what
heard what he
people,
said to me, you
most
would
general
understand.
people who would take the definition of that word and mean, and
Well,
especially a woman.
He explained
the
it
thing
though.
about it is that you have to stop listening to me in order to get to that point. You have to actually stop listening to me.
Yeah.
Because I literally gave what I was saying after the term. So there should be no you want to argue semantics? What word you want me to use?
I
In
don't want you
rebuttal.
to use chauvinistic
Well,
because
what word do
you're
you want me to use?
saying
What word is going to make a
totally
woman more
different
comfortable?
from what your. I'm just.
What
Hold
word
on.
is going to make a woman more comfortable
If that's
with?
what you're saying,
No,
I
what
would
I'm
definitely
saying
love
is,
if that was what
Huh?
most people are
That's
taught the meaning of that word is. I would love that would be the opposite of that. Because
you
basically what
still
you're
not
saying
hearing
is
what
just
I'm
the
saying,
opposite of what most people were taught.
Shell, you still not hearing what I'm saying, right? Because
No,
you
I'm just
too
gonna
bit.
agree.
No, you too busy trying to prove me wrong instead of listening to what I'm saying, right? It doesn't matter what word I put to it, right? Here, let me say it differently. It doesn't matter what your common understanding of the definition of a word is. If I use the word and then tell you exactly the behavior that I am describing by using the word, you totally disregarded all the shit that I said after the word and concentrated on the word. So to the alpha male, what me and this, if it wasn't you and it's me and Nick talking and we talking about some woman that I was having this conversation with, this nigga would say, so she just wasn't listening to shit you were saying? And I'd say she didn't hear fuck. She heard what she wanted to hear.
I just tried to explain that.
I can't say why you just couldn't use chivalry, because that would be
because
more of
that's
an
not.
accurate
I
definition
just
of that
asked.
word.
Exactly. Here's why. Because you guys never let me get to the definite, my definition, right? You kept cutting me off. You kept trying to be right? What I kept trying to say to you, right, is if you go back to the root of the word chauvinist, right? It was built upon chivalry. And it took on a negative connotation during the women's movement of the late 60s and 70s. Now we're in 2021, and it's just the accepted term, just like Kleenex is the accepted term for a goddamn napkin.
Right.
They ain't all Kleenexes.
All of which
But we know
that's
what
a
the
name
fuck
brand.
we mean. You feel what I'm saying?
All of which you said when you're trying to prove me wrong.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
Because I asked you that same shit. I asked you
No,
that
it's
same
not that.
exact
I'm
shit.
just still looking at the definition, and I'm trying to get where Chauvin, that where you trying to say came from another root word, and I don't get that.
Go
Listen,
look at
What
the
it
root.
says is
Go look
the
at the
belief
root word.
in superiority of
Latin,
a dominant. So I'm
Latin,
trying to
Greek,
get.
or wherever the
I'm
fuck it
trying to
came
get to
from.
where you are with that. I just don't see the root of the word.
He said during the feminist movement it was switched.
But in here they don't say that at all.
Because
Where you
y'all
get
made
that,
it
where
that
you getting
way.
your facts from on it? Because I don't see where
Y'all
it says,
killed chivalry.
okay, it meant
Stabbed
one
it in the
thing in
back
1815, but in
with a knife.
1979, doing women's lib, we changed the root of the word.
Bam!
It's not saying that. I get what you're saying,
but that's how it
I
happened.
don't get that.
But that's the fact, though.
So let me clarify this part right here, right? Now listen very, very close. I'm gonna say it one time. I used to repeat myself, right? That this is the thing where how everything gets misconstrued and turned upside down, right? Because it's the same meaning, but nobody's listening too close, and we're not saying it too fast, right? So people want the traditional relationship with modern times now, right? And it got completely blown up. And Matt answered my question. I asked, when did it actually start getting turned around? where the words don't mean the words. It got
Here,
redefined.
here, I'll
I
make
mean,
it
I'm
even
actually looking at it
here.
now.
I'll make it even
The
simpler than
etymology
that.
of the word
I'll make it even
indigenism.
simpler than that.
Indigenism doesn't mean.
I will make it even simpler than that. Why are we getting caught up on the word when I gave you the definition of what I'm trying to say? So you pick a word. Why are you so resistant to hearing the characteristics of what it is that I'm trying to say and how it is?
The one use that word.
Okay, but listen at what I'm saying. Listen, but listen at what I'm saying. It's triggering for me too. You don't get that. You think that women are the only one that are triggered, but I'm triggered too, because here, let me tell you why. And this is what I keep trying to get across to you, right? At whatever point, right? Let's just say back in the 1940s, women were believed by men to not be able to do shit, right? Out of that came the desire or the need in a man's psychology to do shit for women, right? And let's just say that the underlying foundational shit behind that was wrong, right? Mm-hmm. That women could do things.
Everything.
But while we acknowledge that the underlying foundational shit was wrong, we also have to acknowledge that the underlying motivational thing was right. The man thought his woman couldn't do something, so he was there to do it for her. There's nothing malicious about that, but it's chauvinism, right? In 2021, right? I'm a nigga that believes I can make it all happen. I'm a nigga that for 40 years have been in business with women and have always taken the reins of, let me strategize this. Let me tell her what she needs to do, even in her own business. You coming down that motherfucking pole, bitch, you better come down that motherfucker upside down. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In my mind, I'm helping her. I'm not trying to tear her down, break her down, dominate her, but it's chauvinism. You feel what I'm saying? But the intent, the motivation is not there to dominate you, castigate you, fuck over you, none of that. The motivation is there. You my woman. I want to help you with something that I believe that you don't see. I believe that you can't do by yourself. I may be wrong. I may be chauvinistic in believing that you don't know how to come up down that motherfucker upside down. But you can't assign my intent as being something negative. And that's what we keep trying to say to you guys. So even though I'm telling you, hey, look, man, I know that what I did or what I said appeared to you to be chauvinistic, masochistic, whatever. What it really was, look, babe, I'm just trying to look out for you. And what you say to me is, no, motherfucker, it was chauvinistic. It was masculinistic because the definition says blah, blah, blah. Damn, when the fuck we gonna ever be able to see things eye to eye and have conversations? And you ain't even my woman. You my cousin. Imagine what I go through with my woman.
I mean, because I'm just saying that if we're gonna, if that's what we're gonna be doing in life, then that's just like somebody saying that a white supremacist ain't somebody that's present. So I'm saying you got to be careful how you take words.
Where is the parallel in that?
Because basically that's what we're doing. We taking the word that has an anatone, but you're saying that no, it's just because I might feel like the reason you don't pick the cotton well is because you're black. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. I'm just saying that that's why you don't pick cotton better than the way I pick cotton.
Which is a motivation to pick cotton better.
I'm not saying it to
my
you.
Question is, what do you have to say about what do you got to say about my motivation?
You become a better cotton
That's
picker.
what we're doing.
That's
what I'm saying is that the black woman got a whole lot to say about the word that I choose, but not nothing to say about what I said I intended. Why are we still not talking about that? Why is the black woman still not talking to the alpha male about direct conversation when he is expressing to her what he thinks, feels, intends? Why is that such a hard conversation?
I feel like that's going to be tomorrow's show.
Yeah, it is. Hey, but look, in closing,
Yeah.
right? So in closing, so like I said, right? So this right here is an eye opener because I don't want people to get it confused, right? That this is the passion that we live by because we want things to be right, right? We
Oh
want
yeah.
things to be on the
Oh
even
Man,
slate.
we getting it
You know what
together.
I'm saying?
All about
So the thing
understanding.
is, right? So me being in my certain situation, right? I got rid of all the other vibrations, and all the other verbiage, right? It
Mhm.
actually, what we talked about today, it's actually been on my mind because at some particular time, you know what I'm saying, the people that I was in conjunction with failed me. That was the hardest thing for
Mhm.
me to say, you failed me,
Mhm.
right? And that's how can the hell you say that? Because the thing is, it's not the end result that I thought it was going to be. But what I knew it
Mhm.
was going to be, because I put forth my best effort, is, but it's okay to say that but we, like we said earlier, it's no losses, it's only lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I believe that there's definitely a difference between Venus and Mars, and I think we'll get more into that topic tomorrow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
And
Yeah. In closing, I love y'all, man. This is beautiful shit happening. That's all I got to say, man.
yeah,
We do great work, is all I'm saying.
Right.
yeah,
What I will say is the same thing that I said yesterday is that I'm totally invested in Black love. I have absolutely no indicators that Black love is here to stay because I just think that we need to get to a point where we can communicate as adults without
yeah,
having all of the what ifs, you supposed tos, and all the
And
various
I
different
mean, truth be told,
expectations that we don't have.
that's a big issue. I mean,
Yeah,
this right
yeah,
here is it happens in mostly all relationships, and until we're able to successfully get over this hump, it's always going to be that divide. So
it
I
is
mean,
the
right,
great divide.
right,
This is why
Now we
we
need to
have
find
these
some for dates.
conversations.
We need to
exactly.
find the dates. We need to tell people. We got to put that in our footnotes. The dates that you think this all started from everybody. So I wish people chime in on that. Like, when do they think they started? I'm talking about from everybody in our peer group from 18 to 78, 85. We need to know when they thought it was the Great Divide. That's our peer group because when we go to court, they'll be judging us, right? Like, that's what I'm talking
Mhm.
about.
Mhm.
Yep.
all right, this has been another great one, another great conversation.
Yes, sir.
Shelby taking me to task around this bitch and keeping me honest. And I love it.
That's how we
We
got to
have
do it, man.
been, yes, we have been Piranha Pond live at 5/7 Central Streamcast. Want to thank everybody out there in YouTube and Facebook land for joining us live. Catch us on the replay. Like, share, subscribe, comment on the replay as well. We get those too. Don't
Yeah.
we feast?
I,
Feast started the whole conversation at 4 o'clock in the morning by watching the
yeah. And it came
rebroadcast.
out to this right here, but it needed to happen
Exactly.
though. It's necessary conversation. We can't skip over it and pay blind.
Right.
And I need to have a Sagittarius specialist because I'm kind of lightweight, kind of mad because which say
What's this
cancers.
nigga talking about?
No, I'm talking about we all say cancer petty and all that stuff. So I need to some Sagittarius shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Can you
This was
catch me up?
classic. This was classic cancer woman, cancer man shit here. This is
You know
Yes,
what I'm
classic.
saying?
indeed.
This was classic.
Hey, I need
I
some
know what was going
Sagittarius
on.
shit right here. Anybody who got some
I knew what was
Sagittarius
going
stuff,
on.
hit me up.
But I'm
Hit
a
me up.
Scorpio. I was in
Well,
there
I don't know about
anyway.
that. Hey, but you right
Right.
before me though, right? Oh, so that's I need. Me and Frank need to polish up on
It's gonna
our
be lit
universal
tomorrow.
signs.
It's gonna be
Oh
lit.
yeah.
Yes,
Love you
indeed.
guys. I hope everybody out
All
there
right,
in
all right,
Victory
you
Lane.
guys. We have been
All
the
right.
Piranha Pond live, and now we are.